Hi everyone. How are you guys doing this evening? Thank you so much for being here. This event is so important to me for many reasons. I wrote a speech but left it at home. But as you guys know, I'm pretty much an impromptu kind of person. I kind of follow my heart and go where it leads me, and usually it's been the right thing the past 4 years. Today's especially important day for me. It's my 4-year intermission for Breast Cancer Day. So I thought how amazing that God made this event happen on this day. That's so important to me. Just 4 years ago, I learned I had breast cancer. I was so young and I thought, how is it possible I can have breast cancer at this age? My doctor told me that I couldn't have breast cancer. I was too young to go and forget about it, which I thought she was right, so I did go home. And my lump did double in size. So after I pushed for a biopsy, I learned that I had breast cancer, and it was pretty aggressive breast cancer. I was terrified. Noelle was just 3 years old, and I've been praying for a girl. I have 4 brothers, and boys are cool, but they're kind of like, yucky and leave their socks around and shoes and stuff like that. So I really wanted a girl, and I got her. I thought, I can't leave her without a mother. I love this little girl. And so within a few weeks, I had to find the right surgeon, the right radiologist. And I didn't understand words like, chemo and receptors and HER2 and triple negative. And it was so overwhelming to me. I couldn't understand how am I going to get through this? How am I going to understand and make the right choices? So in a couple of weeks, I had my surgery. I had lumpectomy. And then they said, you have to have chemotherapy. And I'm like, nothing there. It's fabulous. I can't get rid of my hair. And then it was gone, and I was still me. And then I had radiation. And that year was the most tumultuous year of my life. It was terrifying. I had problems with my work. I lost my fertility, so I was told. My ship fell apart, so I ended up being a single mom going through treatment. And, friends come around and go, but the friends that you think are going to be there for you aren't always there, and the friends you don't expect to show up. And there were things I was experiencing that I never would have thought I would be going through with breast cancer. And so I spent the first couple of months asking myself, why me? Why is this happening to me? And then one day, I just kind of began, I was laying in bed, it was a beautiful day, I was looking outside, and I thought, why not me? Why don't we ask why me when we're happy, when we're healthy, when it's not us? Why wait till we're the ones being impacted to ask the same important questions? And so, I spent a lot of time in chemotherapy, and I kept my port. I've had this port in my purse for about 4 years. And people ask me, why do you carry this nasty port around? 4-year-old port, but it reminds me of what I went through and what I don't want to forget. Because when you go through challenges, it's easy to say, well, I've been there, I've done that, I'm a survivor now, but there are girls who are being diagnosed as we're speaking right now. I personally lost 2 of my best friends this year, one in June and one 2 weeks ago. And it's a very painful experience to watch somebody you love wither away and suffer and die. And so in chemotherapy, I was laying there and made a promise to God that I have to get people over this disease. I have to use my voice. And we all think, I'm just one person. How can I change the world with one voice? But one voice can be very powerful. One voice, over and over, relentlessly talking. You're all one voice. You're making a difference in the world that you're working in. And so, my goal was to create a foundation that would get people aware of women having breast cancer under 40, to get people galvanized and moving, working together. There are girls who are going through this every day who lose their fertility, who lose their partners, and who lose their lives. And they're not just girls. They're somebody's daughter and somebody's sister, somebody's mother, somebody's lover, somebody's friend. My friend Marielle, who died last month, left behind 3 kids, ages 9, 8, and 3, and a husband. So what's important to me here is to get experts together in a room, create a dialogue. I want you to sit and think about this. Put aside your own agendas. We're here for one reason only. It's to save women's lives. So whether you're Jewish, African American, Latino, white, black, pink, you got a tan, a bad one, whatever the case might be, think about the person next to you that could be somebody who could save their life in a couple of weeks or a month. or their sister's life, or their daughter's lives. So I want you to talk about your issues and what's important to you, but also think about the fact that the person next to you is somebody who is working towards a common mission. So today I want you to think about the fact that we're in a circle of people that are very sacred. Everybody here is working towards one common goal. That's a very sacred thing. So I want you to have a moment of silence for what we're going to do today. Just going to take a deep breath and relax and think about why we're here, what our mission focus is, and honor the girls who have passed this year. My friends from here, young Kristen, but you've had friends too and patients with women who you've lost during this time. So a moment to honor their life and their passing. And I want you to think about being a leader. A leader isn't always someone who's saying what to do. A leader can be a servant leader. That's what I want to be, a servant leader. So you listen to people, listen to their stories, listen to what the community wants, what these girls want. We're here to serve the women who are under 40, not tell them what to do. So the goal is to, again, create awareness, create a movement, and use your stories to empower those who come to hear this, who are here for the first time, who are seeing Tiger Lilly for the first time. So in closing, I thank you all for being here. I didn't cry this time. I'm really happy about that. I thought I would. But I'm just so honored because Tiger Lilly began with one story and one promise to God and one promise to my daughter. And now we're all here 4 years later. So know that your stories you're going to tell up here. If you're nervous, don't be nervous. Forget about your ego. Forget about being scared. Think about who you're going to touch with that story and that promise. So when you get up here, I want you to open your heart and think about who you're going to impact. And I encourage you that this is going to start today, but it won't end today. When you leave here today, everybody you meet and you talk to, explain to them that there are women getting breast cancer under 40, they're dying. There are 11,000 women getting breast cancer a year, 11,000 getting it, and 10,000 dying. I'm sorry, 1,000 dying because they're misdiagnosed. So carry this message out as you go forth into your work. Tell people that at the grocery store, at the laundromat, at the movie, at the club, wherever you are, at the doctor's office. Because you guys are the solution, you're the cure. And so I always want to thank God for being the one that makes this all happen. I want to thank my board members who are here. Would you please stand up for your support? The Medical Advisory Board and the board directors. My mom is here. I want to thank her for giving me life and saving my life. Now we were because Tiger Lilly is still a small foundation, so when I'm up working at night, she's the one who's with me when I'm working at night under my desk. She goes to all the events. She's my biggest supporter, and I really thank her for her innocence and her purity and her love. So thank you all. Have a wonderful time, and let's go out there and save more lives. Thank you.